I'm just going to de-equip those bomb tubes just in case I accidentally use them when I don't mean to. Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, back with yet more Master Quest. In the last episode, we made it here to my least favourite dungeon in the game, and we actually almost completely finished it. In fact, you could still see for a moment there that that tongue that I stunned in the last episode was still stunned, because this is the same recording session as last time, because this is still part of the batch record like hell so that I can accommodate my guest who's only available on Thursday's session. Now, oh yes, we can go this way. To be fair, I had forgotten which way we needed to go, but this door was blocked off by that red tentacle thing in the last episode, and it's not blocked now because we killed the red tentacle. And this appears to just be for a gold sculptura, which we can't do anything with right now because I don't have that thing that I needed from... Okay, is it... No, it is just down there. There are invisible enemies in here, though. I think we need to kill all of them. And, well, we need to kill the stingers, obviously. But there's also, I believe, invisible keys in here. And I think they're relying on you using the fire magic that I mentioned. Stinger, can you just... There's one. They're relying on you using the fire magic that I mentioned from Hyrule Castle grounds, but... Oh, that doesn't kill them. You would have thought it would. Lasai. But if you use fire magic on a keys, then it becomes a fire keys rather than killing it, which makes very little sense. And do I have to kill all of them? Or do I just have to hit that button to open the door? Be a bit of an inconvenience. Or does this raise the water level so I can get over to where the invisible keys are? I don't know what I'm doing. Well, that means we can't do anything in this room yet, so I don't know what we are doing then. Probably some shenanigans with Ruto. I think in the vanilla version, that's just a room where a Deku Scrub thing sells you, I think a shield? A Deku shield, that is, because... I told you to turn around and L target, you fuck. That was nobody's fault but your own. Okay, I believe what we need to do is step on this so that we can get up to where Ruto is. Because in the vanilla version, you don't have this luxury. You have to make sure you land on this platform, and if you jump off, then that's it. You have to go back upstairs and fall back down the correct hole. But in this version, we've got that water spout, so it's fine. We just need to get her up there. And yeah, that's it. That's all that remains to be done. But that cow, does that spawn the chest that's over here by any chance? Or is that's over there? Okay, well there's one more chest in here, and I don't know how you make it spawn. Could it be that other cow by any chance? Just a thought. Dear oh dear. Quite why I didn't hit that while I was up there, I don't know. Or is that chest even up there? I don't know, I'm not overly familiar with this dungeon. Well, in the Master Quest version anyway. And bomb chews, are we maxed out on those yet? Not yet. What a horrible number of bomb chews to have. And I think this is the one case where they didn't know what to put in a chest, so they just give you bomb chews, rather than saying, oh, you'll need these in this room. I think, unless you can hit the cow switches with bomb chews, but you need to hit a cow switch in order to get that chest. So, intense mixed signals there. Also, you can't jump into these water spouts from the side, they'll just push you out. You need to start on top of them. Like, they do push you up a little bit, but they push you up and out. And we need to get her up there, so we need to wait for this to come all the way back down, jump on it. I should have brought her down when I had the chance, but I needed to... No, I didn't need to go back up to get the chest, because it was right there. Okay, I just wasted a little bit of time then. Whatever. Now, this next room... first of all, Barry by any chance? No? It's a narrow corridor, it seems like the sort of place where they'd put such an enemy. And you can come in here without Ruto. And despite the fact that... First of all, no. You can clearly climb up onto this. But it won't let you, because this is supposed to be a Ruto thing. And so to prepare for that, I don't know... I think the boomerang works, so I'm going to trust it. But we're going to need Deku sticks. Just trust me on this. Ruto, why do you have to be so awkward? That's the thing, why can't we just pick up with a boomerang? We could pick up loads of things with a boomerang, so why not this? Very much... Why Princess Ruto? You said it for me, game. And then we just stand around talking, Link, climb up there after her, you fuckface. You ding-dong buggery fist fuck. You fuck stick on a rope. Apparently... Instead of paying attention to the story, I'm just sitting here being all kinds of 20% of Tourette's. Is it even 20%? I know that a significant minority of people with Tourette's actually swear. And, oh no, it's almost like it was a trap or something. And that looks painful, the fact that those spikes phase through the ceiling and... Well, this can only end in one of two ways, porn or murder. Because Japanese and octopus is funny, I make joke. Now, this boss, not a fan. Well, it's clearly not a fan, it's an octopus. But I don't know what the recommended way of doing it is. Because you stun it, and then it becomes unstunned and chases you and its weak spot is on its back. I don't know what the correct protocol is, because you can't stun lock it, I don't think. You just... I don't know what the right way of doing it is, because once we get behind it, everything will be fine. It's just a matter of getting behind it while I can and I can't, because you can't go in front of it. You have to go all the way around this central platform, and maybe Deconuts are the way to go. No? Yes? Yes, apparently. Oh, that doesn't stun it for anywhere near as long. We're about to take damage. I love this mini-boss, by which I mean I hate it. I don't know... Oh, we avoided damage. I don't know if it is a luck-based thing then, because it'll... Yep, there we go. It turned around. And now it's running away. The thing is, when you L target it, you move slower. But if... Link, just stop being an idiot. When you're L targeting enemy, you move more slowly. But that's the only way of guaranteeing being able to hit it with Boomerang. Now, I've lost the L target, I can't even catch back up to it, even though I'm on the correct side of the thing in order to hit it. Hey, I hate this mini-boss! It's not even that hard. Navi, will you just fucking lock onto it, please? And of course, you can't run too close to the middle because you get got by these spikes. Thank you. Here we go, and then jump attack for quadruple damage, and that's enough to kill it in one shot, I believe? No? Yes, it is. Relief. See, you could go for more than one... You could keep trying what I was attempting to do there. Go through several cycles of that and attack it multiple times, or you can just jump attack it with a Deku Stick, and that does it in one cycle, no questions asked. Also, you would have thought this would be an elevator that goes both ways, but nope, it's a one-way thing. Is there a gold Skulltula in here? No, but I did just see a cow for a split second there. Where is this cow? Did I imagine the cow? Nope, there it is. Now, you will have been able to hear, but I won't have been because I've mentioned before I can't hear the TV because it doesn't have sound output. This is the corridor with the barrier, I think. Is it? Is it? No? Yes, there it is. We're just going to ignore it. But I can't hear the TV, so you can hear the cows mooing. I can't, but I'll be able to in post. Now, it did occur to me, while I was waiting for the last episode to render or export or whatever the correct terminology is. Do you not do anything? I know that there is one of these... Okay, I think that cow switch made this cow appear. This entire cow, which I think behaves as a switch. Oh, I'm surprised you let me get a jump attack on you, because you're not normally that courteous. Can I shoot you in the face and hope for the best? Shooty poo. Nope, it's just a regular cow. Well, I can only apologise for shooting you in the face, then. But it did occur to me, but while I was waiting for the last episode to export, that will have made... Yeah, there we go. You can see these grey things. Well, I'll tell you what those are once we see them officially in-game. But that cow switch made these appear so that we can grab them and take them to the blue switch that's waiting for us to hit it all the way over there. And, okay, I fucked this up. I'm gonna wait for this to unfreeze, and while I'm waiting, if I could get this anecdote out, it occurred to me that when we got Faro's Wind, the green magic thing, I didn't actually explain what it did. I spent so much time just agonizing over what the spin attack does. Well, nope. There was enough time and I chickened out. But only just barely. Okay. Faro's Wind. When you use it, it spawns a green ball of light. And it appears at the last door that you went through. And then the second time you use it, it asks if you want to dispel that ball of light or warp to it. It's warp magic. But you can only use it inside dungeons, and that makes it very restrictive, and so, while it could, in theory, be really useful, you only ever need it in dungeons, but the way the dungeons are designed, you'd never actually have much of a use for them. For it. So I may use it later down the line. There is one dungeon that I can think of where it is rather useful. But for the most part, people tend not to use it, because it's useful in theory, but you can only use it in dungeons, so in practice it's not really all that good. In the vanilla version, there are some of those wooden crates somewhere in this room and a blue switch that keeps this door shut, but in this version there is nothing keeping this door shut, so we can just proceed through. Now, you're not fooling anyone, Like's just dropping in like that. Dropping in, saying hi with your penis monster-ass self. Now, there is a dungeon later in the game, and I will point out when we get to it, and it will be a dungeon that has a co-commentator, so it'll be all flavours of awkward, but there is a dungeon later in the game that involves one of these like traps, where they just fall from the ceiling after you hit a switch. And, well, when I first encountered that, or certainly when I was... Did I get all 3 of those red rupees? The camera angle's making it very hard to tell. When I played through on the... Certainly, it was on the 3DS version, because it was a more recent memory. But when I was doing Master Quest 3D, there was one such puzzle involving a like, and I shouted something rather obscene, but partly just... Like, I was being deliberately hammy. If you'll pardon the Americanism. Now, I believe by the time we get out of this dungeon, we're going to have enough rupees to buy the last 2 magic beans, so that was rather well planned. Also, this cow moves upwards. It moves upwards, yeah, but I don't know... I have no words for that. That's just another Master Questian quirk. But I'll finish telling that story when we get to the dungeon in question, and it is the last main dungeon, so just put a pin in that thought, and save it for later. We'll come back to it eventually. Now, in the vanilla version of the game, that there is a switch that you can L-target. In this version of the game, we've already opened the door, and Link, stop throwing it straight your arse basket. Hey, there's this membrane that we can't... Like, we can't throw through it, we have to throw around it. We're going on a bear hunt. And because the switch in the vanilla version is where that gold Skulltula is, you can L-target it, because it's a required thing, and you can just L-target it, and Link will throw around the membrane to hit the switch and open the door, but we just had to hit that cow instead. But in this version you can't in any version you can't L-target gold Skulltulas, so that makes that puzzle a bit more aggravating, because Link refuses to throw straight. Did I collect that fairy by mistake, because I would like to grab it? No, fairy, you idiot, I didn't need healing. Hey. Well, we've got a boss next, and it's an easy enough boss. I don't expect to have too much trouble with it. Probably the hardest so far, but only because the first 2 are piss easy. And this, I headcanon that this and the other jellyfish monsters are just basically Pokemon that were rejected and put into Legend of Zelda instead. So we've had Biri, the tiny jellyfish, Barry, the larger jellyfish, and then there's this sentient tumor thing that uses Barry as its shield, Barinade, which sort of sounds like, I don't know, some sort of soft drink made from the internal juices of the jellyfish. Fucking Link, change targets when I tell you, you dildo. Okay, that's partly Navi's fault, but nevertheless. And can we have the third L-target? Navi, stop being useless! We're in a bit of danger here. Hey. Yes, when the game goes wrong, it's entirely the game's fault and not mine. This phase. People don't know this, but you can actually... I didn't mean to use the Deku Stick on that, but it counts as a boss, so shut up. In this phase, you have to stun the thing, and then destroy the jellyfish it's using as a shield. And normally, you can't attack jellyfish because they're electric-based enemies. But in this instance, rude. I do hate how slow Link is with a boomerang. But a lot of people don't know this, but for some reason you can kill these with a sword and you won't take electric damage. And why did you summon more? More is never a good time. Did you see one of the last parts of Klonoa, Door to Phantom Isle? Now you just kind of have to hope that your sword that your boomerang rather gets through the shield of things. For fuck's sake! This isn't difficult. I'm just having a little bit of the LP curse right now. And of course, the more things you destroy... Rude! Literally rude! The more things you destroy, the easier it is for your boomerang to get through the shield. Very maximum rudeness. And this boss was kind of reincarnated in the Wind Waker in the form of Kale Demos, the boss of the Forbidden Woods, which it's a bit of a strange name. I think the Wind Waker had a penchant for having weirdly named bosses, kind of similar to Klonoa, really. Kalidemos, but this is Barinade. And, oh wow, it takes more than 2 Deku Sticks to kill it. That's how you know it's a 3rd dungeon boss. But despite this poor showing that I've put on so far, this really isn't that difficult. I mean, it's harder, it's just not hard. Link, will you please just use your bastard boomerang, thank you, and dead. I didn't know it was going to die, but I had it on good faith that was probably going to be the last hit. And just a final nail in the I hate this dungeon coffin. Ew! Ew! It's this sentient tumour that when you kill it, it blubbles up into... Wow, that layering, beautiful. It becomes all bulbous and icky, and then it bursts into a load of green pus, like... Ew! Ew! Just... Well, I'm overreacting. I'm gonna collect these pots. I think they... Do they all have rupees in now? Because we don't need any hearts? Because it'd be nice if I could end this dungeon on 190 rupees, because then I can go to the magic bean guy and get the last 2 magic beans, and then we can get on with plot stuff. Yep, 190, and that was all the pots in the room. Ruto! Tsundere bitch. Bitch fish. Fishy, bitchy, Undyne without the muscles, and more tsundere and less independent, apparently. So here she is, being all tsundere. I think I mentioned earlier, we had to spend the first half of this dungeon worrying about her whereabouts, or at least in the vanilla version you'd have to worry about where she is, but in this version, she's good for all of one puzzle. So you spend a bit less time getting to know her in this version. But in Ocarina of Time, you need to spend the first half of the dungeon worrying about where she is. And then the second half, she... Basically, what was in this episode, she just disappears. You don't really have to care about her because she's been stolen by the Big Octo, and you never see her again until you beat the boss, which makes perfect sense, I suppose. And now she's coming over... She's showing off her Dere Dere side. Are those things on... those things on the corners of her... Those things right there. Are those her eyes or her nipples? Or neither? Like, does she have spare eyes to go with the ones on the... Are the eyes on her face actually her nipples? And this is actually kind of similar to the thing with Princess Zelda's short-sighted plan. Because I mentioned, when we met Princess Zelda, that her plan was flawed in only the way a child's plan could be flawed. Similarly, Ruto's taking this idea of the Zora Sapphire being an engagement ring much more seriously than it actually is, because, you know, that they're both children, that nothing's going to come of them agreeing to marry. Although, as we'll find out later in the game, she does take the promise to heart, but still, at that point it's more of her naively holding on to childhood memories. Anyway, I think by the end of this episode, we should get at least one more Gold Skulltula, because we have the boomerang now, we can retrieve that. I could get the one in Lon Lon Ranch. Oh, it's daytime. Well, that's a bit of an inconvenience. Because there's a Gold Skulltula up here somewhere, and I don't remember exactly where. Link, can you just... Okay. Let's make it nighttime. Right, quick, fast, and proper. Will you just play the bastard sun song? It's hard to tell if I've hit the notes or not, because, as I keep saying, I can't hear the TV. Okay, so it's nighttime. We spawn where we entered the area, and we entered it by way of where Jabu Jabu's belly spatters out. There's the thing. Now, one thing that I find with Gold Skulltulas, once you have Boomerang, use the slingshot to take them out, because that's easier to aim. And then L target it, once it's within range, and Boomerang, and it's all yum and good. So yeah, I don't think that's all the Skulltulas that are here. You can actually look at the map, and if there's a Gold Skulltula icon next to the name at the bottom of the screen, then you know you've got all the Skulltulas there, but I know there are some more that we haven't got in every single area, so need not worry about that just yet. We are coming up on time, so I'll just speed up till I get to the end of Zora's River. Actually, wait, before we go any further. Heart piece. Line up with Link's face, throw the boomerang. And yep, sure enough, I mean, well... you're supposed to bring it straight to me, but I mean, you can miss, that works too. We have only 3. I thought maybe we'd have enough for another heart container, but apparently not. Anyway, resuming the speed up for like 2 seconds. And we're back. Am I missing 2 beans? Or just 1? Or just... Am I missing 2 beans or 3? Okay, just 2, so we can afford all of them then. Yum yum. And give me the last one and leave me piss poor with just 10 rupees. See, you're selling these for extortionate prices, and yet you're eating them. You are literally eating money. And that's all of them. There are no more magic beans. So... Oh, apparently 10 isn't the maximum you can hold, it's just the maximum there are in the game. Because if it was the maximum, there would be a green number there indicating you can't hold anymore. So, well, I shall plant this one here, and I would montage together me planting all the other magic beans, but not right now. Maybe as a bonus video, but no, I'm just going to plant them as we come across them. There's one more thing that I will do before the end of this episode, and it makes no sense for me to do this now, but I'm going to do it now anyway, and you can't stop me. I'll just cut ahead to when I get there. Oh hey, would you look at that? The castle town's drawbridge is up even though it's broad daylight. Something must be going on there. We'll just leave them to it. Okay, we're here. I did actually get here and then use the sun song rather than waiting around for it to be nighttime. But yeah, Gold Skulltula, that is a terrifying place to put one. Because just imagine, because on the other side of that window is Malon and Talon's bedroom. You just imagine, at nighttime there's just this giant golden spider just chilling on the other side of your window. Now, if I'm not mistaken, is that all of the Skulltulas here? No? Apparently I missed one. Not entirely sure where that is. I'll look it up off screen. I am so tempted to go and turn this in, but it's the prize you get for 20 isn't worth it, so I'd rather wait until I have 30 and then get both, get them both in one fell swoop. Plus, I can only think of one other Skulltula that we can get at this second, so... Okay, enough faffing around. I have been and will continue to be... Did I say that right? I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons. And in the next episode, we'll go to the castle town, find out what's going on there, but not before we sort out the bunny hood, because, I mean, come on! Come on! We need to sort that out first. It's clearly more important than whatever's causing the town to be in a state of emergency, keeping their bridge shut, even though it's broad daylight outside. So we'll see you then for whatever's going to happen next. I'm gonna go in here. Rude.